What's up, guys? Back at it, a little about a lot. It's been a little while since I posted a video, but I have been doing things around the house. Just haven't filmed them. Today we're going to do some downlighting on your house. It's actually a pretty simple process. I have a one-story house, so it makes it just a tad bit easier, but all I'm using is some 12-2 Romex wire. I recommend 12-2 instead of a 14-2 because typically all the wiring in your house is normally a 12-2 and you don't want to step down from a 12-2 to a 14-2. So that's why I always recommend, obviously building codes, electrician, all that kind of good stuff makes it easier. So I got some downlights. These are our 4-inch, 10 watts a piece LED, and they're not like those slim, ultra slim ones with the little boxes that attach, but basically it's exactly the same thing. The reason I went with these is because these were on Amazon Prime Day for pretty cheap. I got 12 of them for $45, I believe. I'm going to install 11 of them today, so that way I have one extra. I might actually have a spot for the 12th one, but I'm not quite sure exactly what I want to do. I have the eaves, the hardy plank eaves, you know, the concrete board stuff. You know, I was using a regular hole saw, and it just, the concrete board just literally ripped the, you know, what do you call those? Ridges, basically it made it really, really dull. And so it wasn't working. I went through about 4 holes and it completely just dulled it up. So I went to Amazon, found one of these. This is like a diamond edge concrete saw. So it actually cuts through the hardy plank like butter. Lots of dust. Make sure you're wearing a mask, you know, your eye protection and everything. But this thing worked great. Now it doesn't have one of those center drill bits to hold it in place. So you kind of have to get it rotating a little bit and then push it up against it. And then you get your hole going. So it's a little bit harder to center, but it's not impossible. One of the things that's going to make it much, much easier is a snake. This is just like a 50-foot snake, I believe. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to drill a hole from the outside, pass the snake in through, go into your attic, find where the snake is, take your wire, attach it to the snake, pull it back through the outside hole, go outside, unravel it, go to the next hole, pass this through the hole, take your wire from the inside of the attic to the other side where the snake is. You're going to snip it, the wire that is, put it on the snake and pull it through that hole again. Now it's usually a lot easier when you have 2 people. I don't have 2 people right now. It's just myself. But it is a DIY, which is do it yourself. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I actually have a couple of them already installed. And so let's just go over there and take a look. I've already installed 5 of these. You're looking at the big light here, but that's not the down light. It's actually right behind it. I've already installed 5 of these, and, well, I ran out of wire, of course. So I ordered another 100 feet. It's actually a little bit cheaper on Amazon. Of course, almost everything is, which is pretty unfortunate. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like it, comment if you like. And all these stuff that I got here is in my description box. Amazon links, whatever, so you can check that out. Helps me out a little bit, and then you get cheaper products and you don't have to go find them on your own. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to take this pot light here that's already installed, pull it out, run my snake in, go up in the attic, tie my wire onto it, pull it back through. That way I have 2 wires, one coming from the previous light and then one going from this light to the next. I hope that makes sense. Basically I'm just daisy chaining one light to the next, to the next, to the next. So you may be asking how I got power to it. So you see these lights right there? These were already installed. These are just our exterior lights. They are on a timer, and so they basically come on every night, and we can time how long they're on, obviously, depending on what time of year it is, so on and so forth. Took the wire from there, so I took that down, passed the wire into it, connected it, and so when the timer comes on, it flips that, basically that circuit, that wire that I'm using for all the downlights, it turns it on, turns it live. It goes to the first downlight, to the second, and so forth. So I'm just hopping and going to the next, and the next, and the next. Now obviously check with your electrician, your building codes, things like that, to see how many lights you can put on a circuit, blah blah blah. These are all LEDs, super low voltage, super low amps. Not going to have an issue with all 12, I think they're 10 watts a piece. Putting 11 up, so it's 110 watts. Which, you think about it, in the old days, that was like a light bulb. Okay? So basically, I have these 3 lights here, which were already here originally. Then I got the 11 lights So you're looking around probably, let's say 200 watts. So you're talking like 2 to 3 light bulbs. Like, wow, makes a big difference being LEDs. So let's jump into it. Let's see if we can get this thing taken care of today. Like, obviously make sure your power's off too. Big deal. It's a pretty easy install. As you can see, it's just got these springs on there. And just pops out. So I'm gonna take my tape, my snake, I'm gonna take my snake, and I'm gonna pass it through, and then I'm gonna find it on the inside in the attic. Turn my light on here, and then I'm just gonna pass it right through, and then I'll be able to find it when I get in the attic. Alright, as you can see our snake right there. This is what we passed through the outside. Grab it here, and I'm going to tie that wire onto it, and then I'm going to pull it back through that same hole we just got done doing. This is the wire from the other downlight. Comes across, it goes in. And so I'm going to show you, this is a little bit different, but I'm going to show you, but I'm going to pull 2 wires in the next one, and then 2 wires in the next one, and 2 wires in the next one. This one, like I said, I just ran out of wire, so I'm having to repeat this process on this particular one. But all it is, ran the snake in, you attach that wire, going to go back outside, pull that wire through, then I'm going to take that wire off, go to the next pot light, which is going to be down the chain here, and then pass that snake through, tie the wire to it, and then pull it back through. Alright, let's get it done. In the attic at the second spot, snake's coming through. This is the wire to the downlight we just did. Came off. I ended up cutting it. Because that's how much I think it's going to be able to have to go back through the hole. This is to my main spool. I'm going to put both of them on there, that way I can pull both at the same time, that way I don't have to go down there, push it back up, and then go back down there again, and then go to the next hole. I can get it all done with just one time. So I always like to, when using the snake, that way I know it's going to attach firmly, is I take the wire here, and it doesn't matter which one it is, but I usually just take the white one. I'm going to pass it through a little lip here and then fold it over, and I'm just going to put some on there and wait so it just doesn't fall off, doesn't get caught on anything. So you go all the way to that tip here, a little bit on there, just like that. So you got your snake to the outside, you got your wire that's inside. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it through the hole, and then I'm going to go downstairs and take it apart. So my next step is basically to just clean up the end of these wires, get it connected to the light, and so the light just has a opening in the back here. It's got all the wires that you need. So you got your ground, your hot, and your white. And so I'm just going to take these leads. They're not very long, so I'm going to pull a little bit more off the lead, and then I'm just going to wire it nut to both of the wires that are going here. So basically power is coming into one, and then power is leaving this and going into the next one. You've got these little flaps here. You just kind of go back and forth, and then I end up just kind of rotating it here, and it pops out. So both your wires are going to go through here. You're going to attach everything, tuck everything back in, and then put your box back in. And then you're going to flap these springs down like this, tuck it into your hole, and then you move on to the next one. As you can see, I've got both wires tucked into the box. White goes to white, black goes to black, and ground goes to ground. Put this cover on here, and then I'm just going to flap these wings in, push this through, and this one will be done. Pretty simple. So I got another like 7 to do. No, I got another 6 to do. Let's get on it. think it really spices up the house, guys, at night. The 10 watts is plenty of light, so if you're looking at downlights for your house, those particular ones, 10 watts, plenty of light. Really a pretty easy project, guys. Just daisy chaining from one to the next and next. Just finding your power and the switch that you put it on. That's maybe the hardest spot. Like I said, my house is one story, makes it pretty easy. Spices up the house. The 10 watts, plenty of light. There's 11 on the house. It lights up the house like a candle, like Christmas morning. So guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe, like the video, comment if you like, and until next time, I'll see you on the next one.